Mic check. What's up? This is Brian Life. Particularly, this is a video from my friend Cedric, who's a traditional artist and amazing mural artist. What's up, Cedric? And he's actually open to seeing AI as a tool and a helpful way to manipulate preparation for images and like compositions and things like that, which similar we would do in Photoshop before you're about to paint a mural. And I'm happy that he's open to it because a lot of artists that use traditional mediums, like his particular medium is spray paint, and some artists who are traditional mediums like all paint are very much against AI and they think it's only texting and prompt. But, for an example, this is an image that I uploaded. So this is something that I'm starting with that's original. Just like I could upload a sketch, which is a drawing that's original, and then I could fill in and enhance that sketch. And the AI will respect the lines of the sketch and keep them, but just add to it and help maybe add textures or materials, skin, leather, all kinds of things that you can use text prompting, but also your image in a mix. So here, and without further ado, I'm just going to show you how I will go about changing the face scarf to a black or dark color, and basically there's a few ways you can go about it. So first, I'm just going to use what they call is local editing, and I'm going to select this area and only change this face mask scarf. So you would go over here to AI editor, and inside here they have a few different tools. Okay, so it may seem overwhelming at first, but there's really only a few icons. But what you want to do is go down here, AI editor, and then the one right at the top, it's called local edit. There's another thing I'll show you, which is called insert object. You literally select a shape, and then you have a object, which is probably a photo reference of maybe a mask, and it doesn't even have to be perfectly put in the correct position. So if I just took a flat out mask, that's going to be my object image. It asks you to get the image, so you bring in the image. You already selected where you want to put this object, and Dzine is going to shape it and form it and put it in the place. It's going to insert it. So I'll show you that after, but right now we're going to do local editing. And in here, same idea, you got to select it. You could use a paintbrush, you could use the lasso. I'm just going to use my Wacom tablet, so I'm drawing on the screen. And I'm just going to select. You don't have to be super careful, but you do want to get close to the size of what it is, the object, because you do kind of want it to stay within those borders. You don't want it to something to be placed in very larger than what it was. So you may see that more, particularly with the insert object. But okay, so now I selected that. If I needed to inverse it and deselect areas, I could do that and get even more fine tuned. You see, it's going to fill in blue, and then you just click invert again. Now describe. So, face mask scarf with, I don't know how to describe that, uh, paisley patterns. So I have this mic that I can use voice to text. Paisley patterns. Okay. So, because I'm a terrible speller, paisley patterns, mostly black scarf. Okay. All right. So now that I have that written down, that's the prompt. Then you want to choose a style. I'm going to go with realistic, but as you can see, you could go with cartoon, you can go with porcelain, felt, all types of illustrations, right? This one, sleek simplicity, is helpful. That one might be maybe good. And then over here you have categories. So let's say realistic, right? So I'm just gonna go with the basic realistic. I could also go with no style. It's basically like just a overall generalized trained AI. First I'll do no style. Okay, now image would be pretty much exactly what's already there. Balanced is right in between. It's a good balance. It's pretty obvious. See how this image will show. Uh, and then prompt is going to be very different, and it's not really going to respect exactly what's there. It's more for like adding things. You see how they're adding a butterfly here where there was not a butterfly before. So it's completely hallucination of the AI and then merging it into the scene. I'm going to go with balanced just to start. So you click generate, and that's it. Now over here on the right you have layers, and then you have results. So right in here is the queue of what's happening, what you just generated. I could continue and keep moving. I don't have to wait. It doesn't pause. I could still continue to work. So right now I clicked realistic. Here is the stylized. You could do your own styles. You can upload images, and boom, look, it's already here actually. So this is one version. It's the folds aren't that great. This one here is better folds, but it's not really black. So, and the Peizu design is all over it. This one has good folds and it's black. This is the original. I'm not mad at that one. I think that one's actually pretty good. So, this is the original, and then this is the new version. So it's like that easy, you know? And it's really just it's understanding the depth, the shadows, the highlights, the form of this object that's already on the stage, and it's sort of like recreating it, and it changes it a little bit, but you know, it does a pretty good job of staying close. Um, Now I noticed in the back the little black tie. This is actually already black or already dark, so that's good. Um, I may just leave that, but I noticed on my rendered version it sort of gets light, so that's not good, right? So I can select. I just have to move up here to, sorry, right here to image because it's going to concentrate on images that are already on the stage. If I clicked text to image, see how it's really more about text and a prompt. It's not about what's on the stage. Well, necessarily. Yeah, it's not. It's actually not about what's in the layer stack, but we're going to focus on image to image. And now that I'm on that layer that I just I just created, what I want to show you is that, you know, you can go in here and edit this. So I can like hold down control and scroll closer. And what I could do is just basically select it and then delete it out. So I'm just going to delete it. Now, unfortunately, they don't have feathering and soft deleting yet, but it's okay. So now, as you notice, the older image that's underneath on the first layer is still showing that nice little black, like dark knot. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check out the results. No, I never pressed generate. Um, Let me go back into local edit, and it's gonna keep my prompt. It's already there. I can copy and paste, things like that. I'm gonna use realistic now. This is that style. I chose realistic. First I had no style. Now I'm going to click realistic. So I'm going to use balanced again. And then now it's saying mark the editing area. I could do an auto mark, which is you hover over and click, and it's going to study the image. And yeah, it found the scarf. It's quite amazing, right? And now I may want to just kind of add to this, you know, and get, because it may give me a nice dark little small knot piece. And again, they don't have like a mouse command to negatively delete, but you just basically inverse, clean up your selection, and then inverse again. And I have realistic, I have the same prompt, and I'm going to click image. So I'm going to click very close to this, see what it gives me. And then I'm going to also click balance. Okay. Uh, and then, it tells you what the control method is. I just already explained that though. I'll do like full on just the prompt and let's see what we get. It's going to be on like all AI imagination. It's not going to be based on what's already here necessarily, like maybe a little bit, but not full on. So this one's not too good. It has actually, for some reason, the scarf is small, and yeah, it just doesn't look natural. Yeah, this whole batch is not good. I don't know. Sometimes you don't get the best result, but that one's an odd little looking, very, very different than what I thought would happen. This one's really cool. Like, as far as the paisley pattern, it's a different type of scarf. I dig it. Um, I wish I knew the name of these kind of scarves. This one's the best so far, the first one. But as you can see, they're coming in really quick. This is all AI only. Well, meaning it's all prompt. It's not really balanced. It's really heavy on just the prompt. So it's going to kind of like make its own shadows and wrinkles. This one's pretty black. I've asked for it to be black. This one looks very natural as far as the wrinkles. This one looks a little too smooth. And yeah, I'll click that. I like that. I'll click that. And I'm going to run this again. I think I'm going to try this time Sleek Simplicity. And this is a little different. It has a style sort of slider. So I'm going to keep it balanced. And again, I have to select the area. Oh, but I did mess up because this is actually the new AI layer. I sort of want to stick to this original first scarf that came in. So let me redo that. So auto, it's this easy, just click right on it. And then I'm going to inverse. I'm going to grab my lasso because it got a little messy. It didn't really understand the black and white image. And then I'm going to inverse again. And with this, you could do this with the brush, with the lasso, or auto select. You could do it with the mouse if you had to. All right, so now we got that there. It's the same prompt. I want paisley patterns in middle. I don't really want it all across the whole mask. Sorry, there is a fan going if it's a loud noise. Sorry about that, but it's just too hot today. I need that fan on. I usually don't like to have all that type of noise. My mic's really good, and it may have the noise canceling. So again, we're in sleek simplicity. I'm going to turn up the style pretty high, keep it unbalanced, click generate. And as you see, like it's going to come in within under a minute, like 30 seconds. It's already now processing. And they have new things here now. So if I hover over these categories, these columns or lists, you have chat editor, which is like chat GPT will actually, look, it'll take one of these and then it'll go into a chat GPT editor. Then there's different things like AI editor, which we're already in, turn it into a video, face swap. You could change the eyes position. You could do a lot of stuff. I'll keep it focused right now, though. The folds aren't good. This one's good, but it's not black. And this is a colored image. So these aren't really that great. I do like this one, but well, so what I'm gonna do is try out the Chat GPT version, and then they also have a Flux content aware version. So maybe I'll I think I have to go through this area. Sorry if I'm a little bit confused on that. I think I'll go with this. Okay, so it's number 4. So I'm down here, chat editor, and I'm going to click number 4, and you'll see. Mm, oh, I have to go into image, image to image, right? And I think this is where it happens. Okay, so inside of image to image, so they don't tell you that, but yes, you gotta sort of navigate back over to image, and it'll bring that image in, and it's context aware. So Flux has a context aware. I could bring in a scarf right now, like we'll click on this and bring in another image, but I'm just going to actually paste because I still have it in there. So, and I wrote scark. Oh wow, so scarf. That whole time that's been misspelled. Uh, but I did spell it correctly at the end. Black, dark. I really just want it to make sure it gives me black. And I'm just gonna generate, excuse me, itchy ear. I'm gonna generate in C. So with this context, this new kind of like chat editor, it's similar to like some of the other AI that's out there that you can manipulate images and just tell it what you want instead of selecting, and it pretty much knows how to navigate inside of the image, and it really does know how to find out what you're trying to do. So ChatGPT has that ability. So this is really quick. Wow, it came out really fast. Let's see. So I'm gonna see, you hover over this icon, it says place on canvas. And then I'm going to go back down because I want to see the differences. I believe it was this one. Okay. Yeah, let me see. So this is the not not the Chat GPT version. Place on canvas. Sorry, it didn't work the first time. And then here I gotta hover over. You can double click, but sometimes it acts a little weird. But I think it worked just there. Okay, so you got two versions. I believe this one right here is the Flux content aware version, and this is the original version. So we got a few things to play with. Pretty happy about it. Like, it's definitely cool. You could right click, you could flip it, you could flip vertically, flip horizontally. You could do a lot of things. Let me see here. Oh, cool. So you could get to chat editor right from here. So I'm gonna go with the original image. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the original image, and then right here is ChatGPT, right? And then I'm gonna again just paste. I'm gonna fix my spelling. Scarf, scark, dark black. Let's hope ChatGPT understands that I really want this mask to be black with the paisley pattern. I don't know how well it's gonna look. I do like some of the results of ChatGPT's like photo manipulation. Um, the other one came in really quick, so hopefully this will come in. I think ChatGPT takes a little while because it's like on the back end. But what's awesome is Dzine has all these things implemented inside of one place. You could do everything in here. You could do video, like AI video, and they have all the leading image to video apps that are already out there. So they have APIs that are here for you to work with. So if I click on, AI video, you get to choose, and these are all different leading, AI softwares or models that, Runway, you have Luma, Pixverse, Kling, Google VO3. I mean, it's incredible. So, and this is image to video, and some of it's text to video. But you get this within your subscription. So you don't have to go out and have a subscription to Kling or VO. You could just work right inside of Design, and everything's here for you. So yeah, as I was mentioning, ChatGPT editor definitely takes a while to process. I was really happy with how fast Flux came in. So I'm just gonna pause this and then come back. All right, we're back. So that definitely took, I'd say, like 3 minutes. Now, I like this because it's very black. I do not like the pattern. I feel like the paisley sort of filigree pattern is very generic looking. Overall, I'm very happy that it is black. So this is a toss up. It's a very tough one. I may try to run it again, but this takes a little while. The Chat GPT definitely noticed that it takes a while. But this is the demo I wanted to show you, just kind of how you can replace an object. All right, let me go out to the internet and try to find a black scarf. So I have an image ready. I am gonna pause this, and then I'll come back and show you how we could use insert uh, object. And that'll be it. And then we're gonna finish this video. So this should only take another 2 minutes. So give me a second now. I thought I didn't press pause, and the whole time I was silent. But okay, so we're back. So I got these scarves, right? Oops. Let me see here. So I just looked online, the old school way, and this one's pretty decent. Now, mind you, this is turned the wrong way. So in our image that we're working with, his head is completely going the other direction. But that's how awesome, this is how awesome insert object is. It will know to flip it. Maybe I should flip it ahead of time, but I'm telling you, just hear me out that it really does know how to flip it. I'm gonna open it in Photoshop real quick, make sure I've Okay, so in Photoshop, I took that image, this guy right here. I flipped it just to make it easier, but Design could really do it. It knows how to flip it. So basically, again, I come over here to Image Editor, and then the second one down is called Insert Object. When you enter into here, I am going to paste in that again. You have to choose a reference. Okay, you go find an image, and right now we have this guy right here with the face mask. It may be better to cut out and extract just the face mask, but let's just roll with this. I don't think you need to do that. I think it's okay. I think design understands what you're doing, and all you do is you select the area. Again, you could be a little bit rough, but close. You want to be close. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because it is going to sort of mend it and blend it. You could type in a little prompt and then generate. So I had the misspelling scarf there, but that's okay. Black. I don't even think I need to do any. I was gonna click generate again and fix my spelling here, but I think it sort of understands, like, hopefully, that you made a typo. I don't know. Dark. I'll just do it again. It's okay. So what this is gonna do is give you two results, and it's gonna place the object. If I had a red mask, it's going to put the red mask right in the position. It's amazing. If I had a beard, a hat, like a top hat, or a different type of glasses, I could insert them. I could put glasses right on top of him right now and take away those other glasses. It will know how to insert the glasses, and it will actually pose the glasses in the right position. Uh, so overall, this insert object looks very good to me. It's just very dark. Now, I did say black, but the it looks a little it looks a little placed on. The shadowing doesn't feel right. The lighting doesn't feel natural. Um, but maybe, this is what my friend wants. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to give him like a bandit look. I don't really know what his purpose was to ask me to make this black, but we'll find out. So this is another version. Looks a little small, and this one looks very close to being natural. I would say I like this the best, or this. This one, the bulk and the shape of the face seems more real. And then after I do all this, I can upscale this to make it nice and clean, and have like so I'm just trying to look at the shape of the face here, on the angle, sorry, and see if it's natural. So I noticed that they took away the scarf there and they added some cheek bone, which kind of works. But wow, it actually made that up and made up the skin. So this one's cool. It just seems a little bit small. Like I gotta be honest, like I feel like it looks like tiny on him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually select further out and gonna go tighter on the inside area. And I'm gonna go tight right around where the eyes are just so it's clean. But I am gonna give that little extra rim of thickness on the outside because I feel like the insert object is being a little too small. It's making the mask. I'm gonna take away the words like very dark or whatever I wrote. Maybe I'll write charcoal dark gray. But it is going to look at the image that I uploaded, so you know what to do, what to do. Anyway, this is amazing, right? If I had a red scarf, like I don't want to spend too much time trying to, but like for instance, if I have this pink and black, you know, it's going to give me that wrapped onto my character, which is amazing, right? Like the type of stuff you could do now, I'm just blown away. The types of conceptualizing, speedy work, like putting together collaging. I used to have to do this all, through Google research, searching, and it's a very unique way to work. And like, let's just see. I did write charcoal dark, but I think it'll give me the pink, this red and black. I believe it will give me that. So now this is the version where I have like a thicker face, like slightly, there's just like a little quarter of inch. This I don't like. They try to give me too much of his wrinkles, like his eyes. Yeah, I don't know why they're trying to do that. No, I don't want, because I don't want this face to change much. I'd say this is the closest I could go. The shape I like, the shape is great, but it's sort of giving me too much. It's making up the eyes, and that's not good. Um, and like I said, boom, they put that pink and black mask right on top. A little too shadowed out there in this one, but it's pretty amazing. So, that's just me trying to show you that you can kind of place any object. Um, I like this wrinkle, and then I like this wrinkle and the bottom part of the face, but I like the top part of the face here. So what I could do is like I could place this on the canvas, and then I could place, which one do I want? Yeah, this one has a better shape. Place that on the canvas. And since I like this bottom half, I could try to chop it out, basically. Um, so I would select. Now I know this video is getting a little too long. You could do something like this in Photoshop as well. You don't have to do it in here. And then I'm going to delete that. Hope I'm doing the right part. Yeah. You see how it got chopped out? And then the other one that's underneath is showing. So this is cool. I was able to mix them both. I still like this little thickness, this bump on his chin. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this. I'm gonna export this out as a You can export it out as a PSD file, as a Photoshop file, and my buddy can now, I'm gonna make sure all these layers are turned on with the eyeballs, and it will bring it into Photoshop as layers. Sorry, I got a little distracted. So he can open it up in Photoshop or, whatever he wants to do and move this forward. Or I can also upscale it and make it more detailed and very like high upscale. So I may just show him a few versions and then see which one he likes the best and then move ahead. But that was it. I just want to show you some of the ways you can manipulate local editing and also insert object inside of Dzine. This is Brian Life. Peace.